Oh, I suppose that means Arteezy gets to play something new. Diversity rating now massively high. 2 different heroes in 2 games. Sample size. Wow! It's great.
Good people who voted on Arteezy as most. Was that only team or was it player?
Oh, you had a player as well.
Player who plays the most different heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think I picked Arteezy, and I think I'm gonna be right in not picking. So far, he's gonna be tied for first. Okay. So far, he's tied for first. So.
Yeah, I picked Samael. No.
It could still be a universe.
Puck.
It could be.
Radiant's turn to pick.
There's a TA ban again, very similar to last game. They did ban the Earth Spirit this time around, however, because Night Stalker was out. I can't remember what the 3rd ban was of the last game from each. Overall, you've got like the same feeling of flow in this draft. Minor adaptations, but not like big overhaul from either team so far.
10 seconds.
I think TNC won't go Jugger this game.
5 seconds remaining.
It felt like in that last game that he just couldn't do what they wanted the hero to
Dyer's turn.
Maybe they can make it work now that they have a silencer. We'll see. Here comes the Sand King that EG banned in the first game, so this is plan C or D for TNC after all of Tim's heroes got banned.
I like how you like it's plan C or D, but like you still like SK was meant to be one of the most contested heroes. Most people in their predictions had SK as the most picked hero coming into this tournament. I believe you're actually one of them as well.
I did. A lot of people picked Shaker as the most picked hero. I think he's going to be banned too much, though. So far, sample size for this series is that is the case. I'm guessing in 1 or 2 of the other games that are running right now, there might have been a single Shaker pick, but the reason that hero is so powerful is its ability to play multiple lanes, multiple roles. Off-lane, mid, and roaming is a possibility. Just controlling that off-lane, making sure you get experience, being annoying, having great team fight, and a pretty good laner in one. Shaker actually has a lot of good matchups. Yeah, we're not going to be seeing that hero.
He'll be banned as much as I.
More or less.
I think I had 9 Stalker as my.
That could happen. He's also going to get banned a lot, though, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't ban everything. Now we already have like 3 or 4 heroes that will be banned every game. That's not really how it works.
EG's going to approach this now with their Weaver pickup.
Interesting. Okay, so this is not a very common time to pick Weaver, and I think EG are going Drow. And the reason for that is, if you pick Weaver here and it's a core hero, it's strange to pick it into this lineup that isn't actually particularly bad against Weaver. Lasso is pretty good, Sand King Stun is more or less instant against the Weaver. You want lockdown and burst damage. Global Silence is good. So if EG goes the route of playing a core Weaver here, it's nice in lane against Batrider, which frees up Oracle, but Oracle is not the kind of support that wants to rotate very much anyway. He kind of wants to play that safe lane and just pull and hit levels. So maybe this is a Zai Weaver with Drow Aura, or they put it mid or off lane for either Samael or Universe and grab the Drow 4th. It has to be something that TNC are thinking. Triple range for EG, classic stuff, and could... Drow game.
Yeah. The more and more you look at it, yeah. But this is what we're looking for, right? In most of the drafts, especially in day 1 of TI, when you're still uncertain how the meta's going to go, a draft which you just cannot read. Like, you start off with exactly what you had before, it's the Aura Park, but now technically you do still have, like, still 2 saves. If you can get around the Silence of Silencer, you've still got the False Promise, you've still got Weaver's Time Lapse, you've got higher maneuverability from both Weaver as well as Puck. Hard to lock down heroes, but TNC also has some really good lockdown. So it's from both sides, both teams have really good synergy and counter against each other. It's all about execution.
And I think TNC are digging into their reserve pool a lot here because they want to figure out what they do in case it's a drought. I think they might be looking ahead.
It's a Tinker.
Tinker?
Of course it is. This is TNC. Of course it's a Tinker for Cuckoo.
It's probably with the thought in mind that, okay, if they go Drow, we want to be able to hold our towers. Tinker is a pretty good hero against Drow in the sense that you have March of the Machines. Drow lineups want to like go together and push towers. There you go. And then you can put March of the Machines. You have the laser. G's lineup doesn't have like the best catch for him. You have the Puck that can maybe find Tinker, possibly get caught off guard by a swarm. But apart from that, not the easiest kill. Now, what TNC desperately need is some sort of physical damage, because they have, like, zilch right now, and there has to be something that allows them to still get in on this round. I mean, it's one thing that you can stall it, but you need to kill Drow. You can't just let her stand there and I'm just going to march with the machines for 3 minutes and they're not taking the tower. Not how it works.
Well, do you get like some of the older counters? Like, do we look at Spec as one of the other?
Spectre is an option.
Other one counters, you can go Light Stealer to work with the SK.
Could be a choice. You could look toward something like Phantom Assassin as well. I don't know how much Raven plays that. I think Phantom Lancer has a place in this game as well. A hero that Drow simply can't deal with. You jump in with all the illusions and she can't kill them. The only really good AoE damage they have is the Puck, which is pretty good, but the PL will outscale it eventually. And it's a lot less greedy of a pick than Spectre in my book, where you have stronger laning presence, you are able to join fights more frequently and earlier. Haunt got nerfed really hard. There's actually a PL ban EG, so they were expecting that, and will last pick the Piranha for more than likely Sumail with this Drow aura. This also means that EG have no frontline whatsoever in their Drow lineup, and that sometimes works, sometimes doesn't. Maybe they can get away with it because they have Oracle to protect with, but there is the Silencer. I'm actually not that sure for EG because of this Mirana pick. Frontlining is not going to be easy when you're playing into Global and a Bat Rider.
But if you get that 5-second arrow, that's why I'm wondering if this is actually a Zai Mirana. Rotate with him and then let the Puck for Sumail go mid, let the Weaver go off lane.
Universe offlane Weaver?
Yeah, Universe offlane Weaver.
Yeah, could be.
Because who's really going to be controlling him properly? Like the SK closing distance on Weaver, as long as you can keep the vision up, you should be fine. TNC, we're going to see the last piece of that puzzle, and it is actually Phantom Assassin you mentioned. Someone had to close the distance between the Road Ranger and bring the heavy amounts of physical damage, and now they've got that. Damn, Cuckoo set looks amazing.
The Tinker?
Yeah.
I like the PA.
It looks like Robocop, but like Tinker. Okay, maybe Gadget.
I like this. I like this PA set as well. These outfits are pretty cool. And then for some reason, Drow has purple leaf with the shoulders.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about that. What is that?
I don't know.
That doesn't seem right. It's like she just stole. Well, you know, like a big thing about like Drow Ranger's items, but she's like she steals everything.
Yeah.
Because she just picks up all the crap off the ground.
Pat in the woods.
Hey, would you want to wear something like that?
No.
Probably someone just got and said, this is a fashion crisis, throws it to the ground. And Drow Ranger's like, I'm a fashion crisis, I'll take this.
Actually, it does look like a fashion crisis. This is like a bit all over the place. Okay, let's talk about the game though.
Yeah, let's do that.
So a lot more. I don't know if they're favorites on this draft wise, but I like their chances better just because of the way their lineup matches up against EG's and the fact that they don't have a front line. If TNC's lanes go well and they have these key items come out, the Bat Rider, Blink Dagger, and both PA and Tinker have farm, I actually think EG are going to lose this one late game. I think the Radiant lineup is extremely powerful at team fighting this time. They solved that problem by having both the Sand King and the Silencer. They have good lanes, and EG's lineup is very one-dimensional, I want to say.
You're not going back for this, are you? Is he going to try and deward? He's going to deward the Sentry Ward and keep his Observer Ward alive. They're going to spend another 100 gold on this to try and stop the block.
Very nice.
And that started up nicely from 1437. He knew exactly, but he couldn't attack high ground. He didn't see up the hill. So he walked all the way around to attack it. I was going to say, man, that's a really great win for TNC. Now they can open up their pull. And now your off lane would be more scared, but...
I think what TNC should do is they give Raven this rune. He buys a Sentry to beat it.
How about Tim's and Mage can just kill off Arteezy?
Well, that's another way of getting gold, I guess.
Yeah, Arteezy. You try and turn around when he's gone for... Like, he's already gone for the precision aura. That's going to happen when you're running a 5-range lineup.
Yeah, this rune is TNC.
Yeah. No, Chris can try and contest it as well.
He is going to regret... Oh, Tim's...
He didn't cut through! He ran around. And now, well, where's your Burrow Strike? It's going to be 3 runes again to TNC. That's the last game started, but this round, first blood will go the way of TNC. Okay, and there's nothing Arteezy can do about it.
He held the stun the whole time and used it as a finish when they didn't even need it. That's pretty funny. Alright, anyway.
Guaranteed, man. There's no KSing in a team game.
Why not? Why not get the kill on the Sand King? I mean, I think it's arguably better to have it on the Sand King so he gets fast tranquils.
Oh, Zai, he found the courier. They tried to send it around the corner. Tim's Burrow Strike to try and cancel the attack. But it's the salve that was moving in towards middle lane for Cuckoo. He wanted to be aggressive against Sumail, and now they both have exactly the same thing. They're both double stacking. Cuckoo's running the Ring-a-Ring-a Rosie, and Sumail's keeping the creep wave closer on his side.
Yeah. The players are going to try to avoid what we saw in the last game when I mentioned the double waving. Want to prevent that from happening. So you're going to run in these like weird circles to not get completely outnumbered on creeps. Sumail has still managed to set up somewhat of a like 1.5 wave here. And Cuckoo will be pushed into his tower, but this is not too bad. Like, this is definitely manageable for the Tinker.
Zion 1-4-3-7 to beat try and battle each other. Raven would love to attack into him, but a quick Shukuchi away, having that early Blightstone makes Zion's harassment actually quite difficult. Not to mention he also blocked up the pull that 1-4-3-7 was attempting.
Did you just say Shuki?
No.
Good.
No. I hope not.
You did.
No,
I just remembered. You had like this full year where that spell was called Shuki.
You're not allowed to actually start putting those thoughts in my head. You meant to help me, Syndra, and not give me bad ticks for TI. Like, that's the worst thing ever.
Here comes Shuki.
Oh, Gucci, damn it.
Oh, nice fast dagger there from Raven. Will break the clarity of Zai. So far, so good for the laning for EG, though. They're getting very good CS on both the Drow and the Puck. Mid lane is a bit contested once again. Tims is securing Cuckoo a good start on the Tinker. And as it looks right now with Cuckoo's Gildo, he is doing the aggressive killing routes with 2 in laser and 1 in missile. No marches just yet. Might still see him go the march route after this, just having a bit of an early harassment build in lane. But it's very telling. His next skill points will be very telling for TNC's read on how to play this game, because I think both builds in this game are viable. One is, we think we're going to get pushed by Drow, I'm going to get March, and the other one is, we think we're going to be better at fighting than them early on, and we can just kill them before they take our towers if we max our nukes.
Top tower needs some friends.
Chooses to move forward. Crits.
Yeah, crits on the run from Tims. Meanwhile, Sumail as well as Zaya teaming up on Cuckoo, and they've got the damage. It's so much negative armor when you've got the Swarm plus the Blightstone.
Swarm, Blightstone, Drow Aura, and Tinker has no defensive play except lasering a hero. That's a pretty big problem in this game when you have these 2 mobile ranged heroes with a dire enemy lane that like to just be able to at least get away somehow. Has to rely on protection from his teammate, and Tims was not in the right position to save him.
I still want to flag a bigger issue. It's the fact that the Universe once again is having a great offlane. Zion with the pulling completely messed up the equilibrium, but it's that bonus damage that he's had early on that's allowed him to go 18-5. He's got more CS than Arteezy has managed to achieve. And this is against like the safe lane PA, who's now 13-0. He managed to catch us a little bit underneath the tower, and well, okay, there goes Zai, so I did do something about it now. Cuckoo has the nukes, and Tims had the Horror Strike.
Weaver has to be a little bit careful in the mid lane. The amount of burst damage is radiant. This is something we've seen a lot of times from EG. They put Universe off lane.
No, that's not going to work out. Not so good there.
They put Universe off lane on this Puck, and then he has either Drow or Maiden or both auras. There was a lot of games like that, I think, in the Kiev Major. And then they start out with 1 hero in his lane to help him get a head start. And they get a very farmed Puck as a result. And that's what Weaver accomplished in the first 2 minutes, just helping out Universe get a start, and then he went in to get that kill. Universe, nice defensive play, getting away from that harass. Forcing us a salve out of Raven here as well in this wave.
And SamH is really trying to get up in the face of this safe lane of EG. As much pressure as possible.
He's gonna get a decent amount up here. This safe lane of TNC of EG is not that strong. The Drow is one of the weakest heroes in the game, with 6. And that was actually a kill.
Yeah. Zai as well as Universe once again. Like right now they're not even getting like a huge amount of bonus damage. There's only 10 bonus damage coming in from the Puck, but catching him out. Again, try to get in the way. Like 1-4-3-7 throwing his body in the line so Zai cannot continue to creep pull and take the farm away from Raven, but Raven can't survive this. He's out of consumables on the safe lane. He needs more life.
That's a big problem. There's only 1 tango coming in from South. He has to buy something. Zai thinking about it. Cutting the wave. Top lane sandwich. So the interesting thing about this game is that every core in the game has a decent amount of farm. Like, nobody's actually sacked.
That's actually a nice play. Phantom Strike himself forward, so he got hit by the Orb of Universe, but Zai wasn't able to finish him off.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Tim's also started his TP in very quickly, 1-4-3-7s here, and they're going to finally secure. In fact, they may actually just have to give the farm to Tim's. Yeah, they're sending Raven all the way back home. This kill of Phantom Assassin is just getting gimped so hard.
That's not too bad if you look at the CS. Like all the 6 core heroes are doing fairly well. I mean, Raven would obviously like to do better than this, but given the circumstances, I think 25 CS at this point against this lane is pretty respectable. And he would like to have more, of course. Like it's not the perfect game, but as far as the CS goes, EG have a lead of about, I guess, on average, like 5 CS across their cores, and a bit of a gold lead here, but it's to be expected when they're in a draw lineup like this. What really is going to make things come together is the first couple of fights, especially that the Bat Rider manages to set up for the Radiant. If they work, then this gold lead of PG will not be sufficient.
Raven's trying to kill off Crit, rotated up towards the top lane. TZ with just a level 1 gust, dissuading Raven, but the lane change up. Let's see how long it lasts for. You've already got Zai here. Raven needs someone to jump back out to. They TP'd in to help out, but it was Sam H who went to the shrine. He didn't actually go all the way in, but Crit and Arteezy have come out so far to try and fight Raven that maybe Sam H can capitalize. Tim's moving up too. They see him thanks to the Dire Observe Water. Arteezy completes his TP out to safety. Zai, Chikuchi will get him away to safety, and Crit, well, he dies for the cause.
It would have been 2 kills for TNC if there was a dust on the Sand King. I think he's going to buy one soon. After that, it's going to annoy him that Zai was just able to freely run away there. Either him or Sam H
is under attack.
Dust of appearance. He's flying out another healing salve for Raven.
They have to give him something. Like, top lane is the best place for him. At least TNC could do, like with 1-4-3-7 on the bottom lane, he can soak up some levels, do some Marasa range against the park, but he knows he can't contest it. Not until Cuckoo has BT. Then the dynamic of this game can change.
Yeah, that's still going to take quite a while. Male in this mid lane having a good time. Generally, I would say this is a...
She just got burned from the Weaver. They've got a 3-second window now to catch out Zai. Maso's available. They're going to commit it, but the Dream Call from Universe trying to counter off the gank. Zai, he's able to Kuchi himself away to safety, and Bat Rider will fall. His TNC's being aggressive, but underneath the Tier 1 tower. They get punished, and punished hard.
They got the tower down low, they forced 2 TPs, and EG have 2 low heroes, and all they got was a kill on Bat Rider, which was definitely needed. If EG didn't get a kill there, that wouldn't have been very good for them with that nice 3-man call from Universe. But yeah, good play from both teams in my opinion. They forced the rotation out of... TNC forced the rotation and put pressure, and EG respond very quickly. And
suppose you got the puck off bottom lane, Raven has more space to farm up. You've still got Cuckoo getting more and more space as this Tinker in mid. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe the sacrifice, the aggression and the rotation from EG was all worth it. Tim's Observe Ward down, not sure if Crit knew what happened. 1-4-3-7 starts his TP out. He goes all the way home. He ain't taking any chances.
Mid lane here. I still think this is going to be very crucial. You said the Tinker's BOTs are important. And Sumail and the Mirana, I think this is generally a fairly Tinker-favored lane, but the Drow Aura makes a very big difference. And in addition, there's been quite a bit of chaos in here. The Courier being sniped level 1 is actually the reason. We haven't really talked too much about that, but that was the 1k gold lead EG had, was the Courier snipe. So, mid lane Sumail sitting in invis.
Yeah, but there's a sentry ward. It's just a little bit further to the north. It sees Zai coming in, so Cuckoo knows he has to back up, but the arrow from Sumail and the Starfall damage.
You make a fine
Binding with the swarm of Zai.
Very nice.
Allows for a very good kill. The timing of it was perfect. He's hitting it now 1600 gold. Really trying to get the BTs. Sam H.
Universe is taking a lot of damage from this point break.
With the curse as well. 1-4-3-7. The damage. They need more. They don't have it. Puck gets home.
Throw a line to Radiant's middle tower.
So generally what he does is he goes treads and then into straight flank.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this deluge.
It's like he wants to solve some mana problems. We've seen Raindrop being the solution in the past. Raindrop +1
Dire's
can
bottom
often take it pretty
tower
far,
is under attack.
Soul Ring, you definitely will not have those mana problems to push out waves. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do it. Maybe it's been happening recently in games I haven't watched, but Soul Ring on Puck don't go hand in hand in my book. That's very...
It does seem like an odd combination, especially with like the natural regeneration. Basically, a second.
It makes a lot of sense. I play a lot of puck myself, and often you find yourself without mana. But usually the way you go around it, as I said, is that you get a range drop and then into duels after the blink, but it still takes a long time, and maybe he's just been testing this out, where if you go Soul Ring, you can farm so much faster that after 10 minutes it's paid for itself, and then it's better than going to the blink. Alright.
1437. Gonna go for a quick curse over on time. Universe gonna orb himself away to safety with TNC. They brought 4 heroes in bottom tower. They still don't get it. The catapult too strong.
Is under attack.
Arteezy activated the Drow aura, and that range creep, or that siege creep, just did 100 damage in one shot. They were not ready for
Oh, Cuckoo, he's not ready for this. At least he has his BT, so even if he dies right now, which he definitely does, he still has his BTs available, but Samael going for more. 1437 burns the shrine. Sam H was thinking about coming into the regeneration area, but now this just allows EG to look for a third kill, going one after the other. Universe was going to be safe. The lasso just cannot control anything going from nearby.
And as I mentioned before this game started, if TNC get through the laning stage well, they're going to have a really good chance. This laning stage looked okay 5 minutes ago, but now it's starting to really hurt. They've lost 2 towers, they've lost multiple heroes. Top 3 on CS are EG's heroes, and EG are only going to get more and more key items now. So I think this laning stage didn't go well enough for TNC. That doesn't mean they can't come back and take some good fights here, but it's going to be a bit of a struggle. They might need to buy time, but I feel like with every minute they're going to get more and more out farmed and get picked off. So it's a bit of a tricky situation they've put themselves in here.
And 5k behind, approaching 6k. At least the experience is only 2,000 in favor of EG.
Yeah, it's the courier snipe.
Oh, the arrow, the observer ward, Samael just saw it perfectly. Tim's had no idea what hit him until it literally hit him.
Samael is playing without Moonlight.
Suppose when your team doesn't need it?
I guess so.
This is no heroes of you worth team. You have to Moonlight Shadow at level 7 without attacking.
I think the Moonlight Shadow is, it's also an aggressive. Use it to find ganks instead of arrows for yourself. So far in this game hasn't needed it. And of course, if you go for this build, you have a really high damage advantage. Wow.
Well, we're not happy about that. 44 damage is being added to every other hero on EG at the moment.
He didn't take a talent either. Skilled arrow over 150. But yeah, the Drow is doing great. And usually what we've seen teams do against EG when they run their Drow, so they try to contest the Drow's lane and shut down Arteezy so that the team doesn't benefit so much, but then the other 2 lanes generally go well. And TNC's approach in this game was different. Focus on their safe lane and everything, and so far that has not paid off at all as they were hoping. I'm still waiting for TNC to try to make a move. Like, they finally have all of their abilities online that they should want to have. They have Global Silence, Sand Kingston on Epi, they have Lasso with drums, but they're not finding it.
They've beat him before.
Oh, they're finding Tinker.
Yeah, bottom lane, back to the tier 2 tower. Zai's nearby, and the laser at least going to stop him from killing him off.
Oh, you're so close to foiling there.
Yeah, they actually need that Aghanim Scepter rather. Like, everyone needs to be blinded in this game. Like they're using regeneration through the fate. Fail. Hello! Through the arrow up, looking for a target. They go for the curse. 1437 doesn't have mana. Now he does for the global silence, allowing to find the kill onto Samael. Sam H will take it for the 451 gold. And they'd love to get a little bit more. The tier 1 tower appears to be their target. Yeah, he's managed to find one Burrow Strike from Tim this time. He was looking to catch Universe, mid jaunt away. The Universe Dream Coil holds Tim to call Sam H in position. Crit. Not finding any opportunity. They don't have reveal against the SK, allow him to go for another Burrow Strike. He took the silence from Universe, at least allowing... Okay, no, there it is. The lasso is not allowing for anything. I was going to say, allowing Sam H just to watch everything going on.
Yeah, EG are dropping the ball a little bit there. I feel like they didn't need to lose anyone else than just the Mirana. TNC get more than what they came for. They got 3 kills, almost got the tower. And the Mirana kill in itself was really good, but they're going to be feeling very happy with what they just accomplished there in the last minute. Pretty much knocked EG's advantage in half within 30 seconds.
It's that point where you feel like you found nothing. You smoke gank, you go through the entire jungle, you get observer wards down. It's like the consolation prize to a smoke. You wait for Tinker to actually have a crack at him. But then you find the 3 kills around the baited Samael.
Yeah.
At least EG do have good aggressive ones. They're watching SamH pretty closely. He's rapidly approaching his own Blink Dagger, setting it now at 1900 gold, and EG have been very good at shutting down those heroes that are looking for those critical items. Originally it was keeping the BTs of Tinker down, then they just turned their attention towards the Batrider.
Echolocation?
Lane Samael. Oh. Just barely missing that arrow on 1437. He was AFK, so it missed. He was literally standing. There was an arrow flying right next to him. He didn't see it at all. He just stood there and it's like, oh, that's fortunate.
Syndra's guide to avoid arrows. Take hands off keyboard and mouse.
Stand still. It's the classic thing with, you remember, Sing Sing used to play a lot of Mirana back when he was playing competitively, and he said it's way harder to hit arrows in pubs than in competitive, because I have no idea what these idiots are doing. But this time it's the other way around, you know? And it's just next level the bottom. You just stand still and the arrows and you're like, oh, there's an arrow.
Yeah. My prediction skills are meant to be amazing. You've got Samael, like, you think at the moment from TI6, his prediction arrow was absolutely perfect, and... Yep.
Can't predict if your enemy takes his hands off the keyboard.
Yeah.
Good.
So you add the arrow.
Let's try to catch up a little bit on items. So Raven went for a Vanguard build this game on his Phantom Assassin. Felt like he needed to tank up. This makes the hero very tanky. He has 150 health talent and a Vanguard, as well as the 1 to go. So tanky and sustainable against this Dire lineup. Building in toward the Deso. Actually, we might need to wait with the rest of the items.
They Moonlight Shadow.
A big moment. SamH could make a big play here.
The smoke is broken now. They don't have detection. Moonlight Shadow will wear off in 2 seconds time, so they fire up. The Sentry Ward is down. They found the target with a false promise. Allows Samael to bail out of this one. The Dream Call making sure Senki can stay exactly where he is. He has his epicenter available, but EG don't lose anybody. A quick Sandstorm. Zai, Burrow Strike away. Tim's on the run from him. He has enough damage. Of course, he's got a freaking Drow Ranger behind him. So Zai, Shikuchi's forward. They want trigger off the shrine, and they're going to get it. Universe, Jordan into the middle of all of TNC. They're bailing out of the shrine.
Oh,
the arrow will connect onto Tim's. He knew what he was going to do that time, but no one from EG is close enough, or is he? Zai, you know he just wants to slip through the back lines and find somebody, but with Universe down, maybe think second thought about it.
That was a bit of a pretty scrappy fight, but at the end of the day, I think TNC come out slightly ahead there. They get the mid tower. They lost their silencer before he even got global off, so that fight could have been a lot better for them if he got that spell off. But EG still, managed to at least get a kill on their way out.
That Shadow Blade being put to use already as the Batrider Tims, the Burrow Strike. It'll save SamH. He went down to 60 HP. The Global Silence combining with the Epicenter. They turn around onto Drow Ranger with the Flame Break. She'll burn from this, or will she? The damage.
Oh,
to keep her alive. She'll stay alive.
Okay.
No, here comes another Sentry Ward. Cuckoo with his TP forward. Finds the kill onto Arteezy. Crit did everything humanly possible with no false promise.
Oh, it actually takes longer than I thought. Maybe he's fine.
And get the bug off that 1437. It's the infestation. Ravens going in. The silence is there from Universe, but the lasso quickly from Samael. Support is there. Crit this time around. He had the false promise to break it, but you've lost Samael. You're losing more. Maybe Raven. This is time to shine. Needs the vision once more. Zai fighting an Infest. Cuckoo brings him the support. Marks machines to give the cover fire. PA still trying to get the bug off him and get rid of that negative armor. Zai running through the march of the machines. Revealed for half a second and gets rocketed to oblivion. EG. Man, you're calling the other fight scrappy. That's scrappy do right there.
That was under attack. Okay, silencer did die, Toby, so that was the important part.
Critical loss.
Saw it coming. Saw it coming when they went on him. He was definitely going to get into a 30-second fight and die in the middle of that. But
he got global silence on GG.
I thought he was going to die really fast, but actually a very nice counterplay there from TNC. So 1437 ran to the left, and they were chasing him with both the Mirana and the Weaver, and if both of them get like 2 attacks off, he just dies. But there was a very quick Stifling Dagger from Raven to slow down the Mirana, and then they counterplayed and turned it around very nicely. And at the end of the day there, EG, again, not really getting as much out of it as they would have hoped. Their gold lead is now down to 2k, and most of the time when we see EG have like this 5 or 6k lead with their Drow strats, they keep it. They roll with it, they extend it, and then they end the game at around 25-30 minutes. This game, That's just not going to happen. I don't think EG can break the base that early and then to play for plan B.
But this was the problem you're talking about, the drafting phase. That's why you were favoring TNC a little bit more. And while... Okay, no, bottom is not going to be a fight.
Are you sure about that?
Well, I'm surprised Sam Asian. He doesn't have lasso. It's on 5-second cooldown. He doesn't want to fight into it.
Oh, there's many EG heroes.
Blink Dagger just arrived. Tim run away, but no! Universe, not only will he get the kill, he'll take the courier with it. Blinking forward, finding the pick.
Is that the Tinker Ward that set all of that up?
It was the Tinker Ward.
That's not really what you put it for, but you know.
You'll take what you get.
Yeah.
But it's still the underlying problem you're talking about. The fact that EG just don't have that frontliner. Like, Zai is sort of becoming it, but he's spending most of his time invis running around, trying to do the damage, but you don't have that big pop damage yet from EG.
He needs to be so careful. There's no hero on the Dire that can just go in with confidence. And it's because of Global Silence. If Global Silence in this game, I think EG will be playing very differently. But they can't just in their Mirage example, just try to go for it. No, the moment to fire, you're committed. Get it. Then you need the firepower. I think it's going to have to mainly come from this easy draw that's closing in on maybe start opening up the PA.
Radiant are scanning for enemy.
From the smooth. Very and both sides for
The lead.
so much value. I think you know, we just
Wait. I think I realize what's being done. PA lost it! And realized no strike, including the D is a one.
There's one the aren't against physical damage. They kill Rogue pretty damn fast with a crest and the Ranger like a
Dire's bottom tower won't last long.
Still range.
Hard money.
And good at
Are scanning for
the value you need, but in this game, upgrade is value to go right away. First,
Heroes already in the ring. Zai, False Promise cannot protect it from the damage output that this PA can do, and they're looking for more. It's crit. Raven will have himself a double kill. Tim, the Burrow Strike, barely missing Universe. They could have been all dead, but EG will escape with Universe as the sole survivor of the EG war.
That is a really big game for especially the PA. Look at that gold swing for him. 1,200 gold gained there for the PA, 800 Sand King, and in comparison, EG's heroes barely gaining anything. Just a little bit of gain for the puck, but TNC, this is getting scary now. I feel like TNC are leading the game, and you're looking at the gold, and it's like slightly favored, but the game plan is just not working out well enough. And that could have gone even worse for them. If Universe isn't there with that very clutch coil on the Tinker, I think they would have been destroyed that fight. It would have been 5 for 1, 5 for 2 maybe. So Mel just has to be very careful. This time again, he gets caught by the lasso without with leap off cooldown or on cooldown. That's right. He didn't. He just couldn't really do that much in that fight on his Piranha.
Invisibility.
Zai, stalking, finding an invis route.
I'll take that.
If he really wants to do anything about Tims, if he has a little bit of extra help. They don't have that long range arrow. Crit's the only one who's nearby. So yeah, it looks like this is just going to be him trying to leech an Ancient. But Cuckoo is getting into a better position time and time again. Blink as well as BTs.
I think the
hard to catch him out.
Yeah, he got the lens. You generally get lens on Tinker when your next item is the axe. Sometimes you can get it with Dagon, but I think the most common build-up is this exact one where the lens comes before the laser axe upgrade, and then you focus a lot on just getting laser on 2 heroes every single cast.
Zai just broke the smoke. They had that smoke for a grand total of 0.5 seconds. And he's still got the Observer Ward down. They burned a Dust Charge. So the Orbs Ward will remain. And TNC mission.
Dire's bottom tower.
I don't think EG has any interest in defending something like this. Hard right now. Raven, by the way, building into Mantis down. Oh, they're going to hesitate.
The scan pinged. It actually clipped onto Zai, who was just a little bit further up on the left. So they're very, very worried about the EG initiation.
Bit of the scan actually kind of working against them there. They were totally fine, but they don't have the information. It gives EG a little bit of extra space to work with.
You see how defensive they are with their Obs and Sentry? Like they put both the Obs and the Sentry inside the lane on the bottom. So they're looking towards the tier 1 tower, looking for a Ranger to come in with that Silver Red to move in. It doesn't happen. Now they take the tower. EG continued to farm up the feet.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Feeling damage to the tier 2 here. Puck gets caught by Sam H here. This is pretty bad for EG. They don't have Oracle in any position to help. I think. Yeah, they spotted each other there actually. But Sam H has kind of made a perimeter here that EG aren't interested into, so they're going to go for the top tier 1. They will get it. Jeez, it takes a beating though.
At the same time, the tier 2 tower's gone. So tier 1 and tier 2 for a tier 1. You'll take that trade, especially with the Tinker on the field. More space for Cuckoo, more money for Cuckoo. He's now 100 gold away from having that Aghanims.
Damn, that's so strong.
Yeah. It's a Phantom Assassin. Deso, Manta, and Vanguard. I'm not certain how they kill him.
They have to...
And if they even focus him, like, do you focus a different target in the fight?
PA is the biggest kill they can find, I think. But it's also one of the harder ones. They need the Silver Edge attack to break Blur, and then they need to hit a stun. The problem is their reliable stun is Dream Coil, and that doesn't last much.
1437 may die here. He's a little bit out, but at the same time, Arteezy being initiated on that Blink Burrow Strike. He's the bigger kill. Starts his TP. They need a crit, and with the damage they have, it will be enough.
Oh.
And woohoo! Ah, goodbye, universe!
I love playing this hero.
You just love the grave of swords.
Oh!
Another hit, Zai!
It feels good just to watch it, you know.
Time-lapse this.
Yep, he will. But too late.
Yeah, he's still taking the damage. He didn't want to go back into that horrible area. If he waited half a second longer, he might have got a kill for Furia.
Alright, Raven, slow down. Don't on every attack. You won't capture the fight.
Yeah, because he can control that. Just put down the lucky charm for a second.
Dire's middle tower is under
This is kind of funny. You look at Crit and he has 7 urns on the Oracle, but he just can't use them in the fight because heroes are getting bursted too fast. Like, he doesn't really get to deal people out. It's very uncharacteristic to see this many charges on an urn in a competitive game. It happens quite a lot of games where you're not watching your economy with it. This urn.
Maybe he's going to put on the Tinker every time he sees it.
Yeah, that's pretty good, but he's never going to be in range.
Yeah, the range is the issue. Phantom Assassin are going to be on the run and evade the attack from Zai. Alright, Roshan is up in about 10-15 seconds.
Teams can kill this very fast. PA, one of the best heroes at killing Roshan. He innately wants to go for minus armor. Has the crit, has the evasion, so she can just solo it. Even with just this 10% lifesteal talent, can easily solo out of Rosh here. And
now
EG, they need to make
play.
it.
That Abyssal's so close for Raven. Like, they're actually going to have straight lockdown control now, too.
Got the bat. This guy is going to kill everyone. They don't get him under control.
There goes the arrow. They're inside of Roshan. The PA illusion on his way into. They deal with it quickly, committing Rift as well as some decent abilities. He's already triggered off his aura. And Tim, well, wait for the timing. Roshan is low. Stifling Dagger goes in. Rockets as well. Roshan killed by the dive. And the epicenter! TNC! Lacquering it on top of Evil Jesus. Arteezy. Chris trying to keep him alive. Maybe it was enough heal. We'll see if he does pop or not. He doesn't. He's back to full life. They have the buyback from the Weaver. They need to win this fight, but Raven, he's in the thick of it. Looking for the crit. Samage will fall. They'll lose a Gem of True Sight. The Burrow Strike creating a little bit more space here from Tims. They need a little bit more here, TNC. They haven't done it just yet. 1437 will fall. Is their buyback? You've still got Tims as well as Raven. This 2-man basher army killing off Evil Geniuses. Raven with the ultra kill. And Evil Genius is committing heavily into that.
Yeah, they bought back both the... Was that
it was just Weaver.
So they bought back the Weaver, but they died 5 heroes. Who even got the Aegis in that mess?
I honestly, like...
Aegis was on Sumail, and he died again. The cheese is... also used.
Cheese was consumed.
It might have been Arteezy who had it. He got healed to full.
Cheese was consumed by Arteezy.
Yeah. But in spite of that, so they had Aegis, Cheese, and a buyback, and they lost the fight. That's pretty bad. But of course, like the positioning EG are in to take that Roche is a huge gamble play. I think it was the right choice to try to go for it. But if they get caught like that, 3 or 4-man laser twice, epicenter, 3-man burrow, you're just not winning that fight. But they kind of had to do something. They felt like they gave something away.
Are they going to force this? The Burrow Strike! The Sentry Ward was down. They saw him with the fresh Abyssal Blade in the front lines. Zai is gone. That's a dive back for him, and Cuckoo's looking for more. Crit has to false promise himself, allowing them to lasso Universe, bringing him down. And the bottom racks, it was Evil Geniuses that helped TNC fall apart. Now the shoe is most definitely on the other foot. And they get another Blink Burrow. Crit will fall. Arteezy trying to be the cannon under the tier 4 towers. They will actually bring down Sam H. The PA into the back lines. The laser, the rockets, the bash. Arteezy will fall. And EG will lose a second lane of racks guaranteed. The question is, how much longer do they stick in this game? Do they believe they still have what it takes? The draw lineup has failed.
Yeah, it's pretty much failed at this point. I mean, it's still possible. I don't think they should GG out. There is a chance of getting a fight. They win. And the reason, I think the chance that they have is still that PA doesn't have a BKB. He might buy one now, or he might just go even harder on the damage. So they can kill Raven with the right combination where everything just clicks. Like you hit a good arrow, you get Silver Edge off, and everyone bursts him. It is really, really hard though. And I don't think they're going to win the fight if they don't kill Raven. I think he's just going to slowly kill everyone together with the Tinker.
But there's no way they can do it.
This Manta style was actually a really key pickup. He used it in that last fight at the Roach Pit to remove Fate's Edict. One of the good counterplays EG have to this PN just doesn't exist. When he gets disarmed, he just breaks it and kills the Oracle right away, because Oracle has to expose himself to even get that spell off. And he can get punished really, really hard by Raven. And TNC, very well executed game in my opinion here. This is not easy to play. Like when you're playing against a draw lineup and you're this far behind this early, it's difficult. But they found the two fights that they needed to put themselves in a great position. And now it looks like Raven, no BKB plan. He's gonna go for the butterfly once he gets there. Yeah, how do you do that?
You don't. It's just that simple. Evil Geniuses can pray that he just goes in solo and away from everyone else from TNC, but they can't control. They don't have that wonderful Chronosphere that Universe can bring in game 1. Instead, it's Tim's being the aggressor. Tim's Burrow Strike catching out 2-3 heroes every time. He's only now just looking to build up his Aghanim Scepter. He's been hitting absolutely everything. I think he's done more control than we've seen from Sam H. Sam H is almost like that little distraction Purdy, the red flag to the bull kind of thing. Go and attack this. Go and try and control this. Trick, you commit your false promise to control that.
It's actually true.
Like you can't.
He's level 15 on Bat Rider, and the Sankey's level 21.
You can't false promise 3 heroes in alliance. No. And now you got the BKB at least for Arteezy. He has this, but he's got no way to give distance. Like there's no, like also keeping in mind, like he went for the Shadow Blade, the Silver Edge to try and counter against the Phantom Assassin. He never was able to get his Hurricane Pipe. He never was able to get that repositioning item, which you kind of need to have to throw range.
Yeah, that's a fair point that could have gone for a Force Staff after that Shadow Blade, or maybe even before, and then finish the Silver Edge.
Oh, here they come. Moonlight Shadow, they're right on top of TNC. How do they do it? The Global Silence 1437, cancelling them off. Zai is low. Does he have a way out of this one? Will he survive blowing up the epicenter? BKB at least protects Arteezy for the moment, but Cuckoo into the trees, spamming out the damage, and Raven crits against Samael. Look at the damage! They can't even hit him! They're trying and trying, but the blind are hitting the very, very visible. EG will lose 4 and the game. TNC will get a 1-1 result by taking game 2 in this first series of TI 7.
You pick Raven for your fantasy team. I think you gave a lot of 19-0, 230 CS.